Hello everyone. So in today's lecture, we will discuss how to draw the Lewis dot structure of any species. How to draw the Lewis dot structure of any species. So here I am going to tell you the 7 magic steps, and by using those steps, you can draw the Lewis dot structure of any species. Whatever species it may be, you can draw the Lewis dot structure of any species. So I will be taking two examples, and by using those examples I will be illustrating these steps. So one will be NO3 minus and another will be SO4 2 minus, nitrate ion and sulfate ion. So what is the first step? So first step is arrange the atoms in the space. Arrange the atoms in the space such that such that least electronegative atom least electronegative atom is the central atom. Least electronegative atom is the central atom. So in the case of NO3 minus, nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen. So nitrogen will be the central atom, and we can arrange oxygen around the nitrogen. In case of sulfur and oxygen, sulfur is less electronegative than oxygen. So sulfur is going to be the central atom, and then arrange 4 oxygen atom around the sulfur, right? So this is the first step. We have to arrange all the atoms in the space such that the least electronegative atom should be the central atom. Okay. Now the next step will be next step is count the total number of valence electron on all the atoms including the charge. Now you have to count the total number of valence electron on all the atoms including the charge. So suppose in the case of NO3 minus, nitrogen had 5 valence electron, oxygen had 6 valence electron. So here there are 3 oxygen atoms, so multiply it with the 3, it becomes 18. Now there is one negative charge, so I will add 1 electron over here. Totally it becomes 24 electrons. Now I will just convert these electrons into the pairs, so it becomes 12 pairs. Similarly, in the case of SO4 2 minus, sulfur had 6 valence electron, oxygen also had 6 valence electron. Since there are 4 oxygen atoms, so multiply it with the 4, it becomes 24. Now here there is 2 minus negative charge, so I will add up 2 electrons. It becomes 32 electrons. Just convert it into the pairs, so it becomes 16 pairs, right? So now you have to calculate total number of valence electron including the charge. If there is positive charge, then we will reduce that many electron. If there is negative charge, then we will add up that many electron, right? And then convert those electrons into the pairs. So NO3 minus is having 12 pair of valence electron. SO4 2 minus is having 16 pairs of valence electron, right? Okay, so this is the second step. Okay, now let us see the third step. What is the third step? Okay, now you have to connect the terminal atom to the central atom by single bond. Connect the terminal atom atoms to the central atom by single bond. So here I have nitrogen, oxygen, oxygen, and oxygen. Here I have sulfur, oxygen, 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 and oxygen. Convert each terminal atom to the central atom by single bond. So I have connected 3 oxygen with the nitrogen with a single bond. These also I have connected with the single bond. So here 3 pairs are utilized. So how many pairs are remaining? Total there were 12 pairs and 3 pairs are utilized in the single bond. So 9 pairs are still remaining. And here we had 16 pairs. 4 pairs are utilized over here. So 12 pairs are still remaining, right? Okay, now what is the next step? Okay. So next step is distribute the remaining electron pairs on terminal atom till their octet is complete. And if some electron pairs are still remaining, put them over central atom, right? So now what you have to do? You distribute the remaining electron pair on the terminal atoms. Till what time? Till their octet becomes complete. And if some electron pairs are still remaining, then put them over the central atom, right? As simple as that. So N, O, O, and O. Now this oxygen has 2 electrons. So to complete the octet, it requires 6 more electrons, means 3 pairs. So 1, 2, and 3. It also requires 3 pairs, 1, 2, and 3, and it also requires 3 pairs. Now total 9 pairs have been utilized, and we can see only 9 pairs were remaining. So 9 minus 9, all the electrons are already utilized. None of electron pair is remaining, right? Here in the case of SO4 2 minus. So it requires 3 electron pair for its octet to become complete. It also requires 3 electron pair. It also requires 3 electron pair, and it also requires 3 electron pair. So here total 12 electron pairs have been utilized, and we can see only 12 electron pairs were there. So all of them are utilized. None of electron pair is remaining. Okay. So this is the fourth step. Clear? Okay, let's move forward. And what is the fifth step? Now you have to check. Whether octet of central atom is complete or not. Octet of central atom is complete or not. If not, then complete it. How to complete it? From where to bring the electron? Complete it by converting one or more lone pairs on the terminal atom, into double or triple bond, into double or triple bond. So now what you have to do, you have to check whether the octet of central atom is complete or not. And if it is not complete, then you have to complete it by converting the lone pair present on the terminal atom into double or triple bond. So here we can see NO, O, O. So this is NO3 minus. Now we can see nitrogen is having only 6 electrons, 2 to 4 to 6. It requires 2 more electron for its octet to get completed. So I will convert one lone pair on this oxygen into double bond. And double bond O, O and O. Now the octet of nitrogen is complete. You can see 4 electron over here, 2 over here and 2 over here, it becomes 8. Now let us see sulfate. Let us check for SO4 2 minus. So okay, here we can see around the sulfur 2 to 4 to 6 and 2 8. Already its octet is complete, so we don't have to do anything. So this was the 5th step. So what is the next step? 6th step is assign the formal charge, over all the atoms present in the species. Okay, so let us assign the formal charge on all the atoms present in the species. So we have an O3 minus, double bond O, O and O. Then how to assign the formal charge? How do we assign formal charge? So just while assigning the formal charge, we assume that the electrons of the chemical bond are equally distributed over the two atoms. For example, suppose here there is a double bond, means there are 4 electrons. So 2 electrons will be given to the oxygen and 2 electrons will be given to the nitrogen. So here nitrogen is having 2 electrons from double bond. Here it is a single bond. So there are 2 electrons. 1 electron will be given to the nitrogen and 1 to the oxygen. Here also there is a single bond, means 2 electrons. 1 electron to the nitrogen, 1 electron to the oxygen. So nitrogen is having total 4 electrons, 2 from up, 1 from here and 1 from here. Now in the neutral nitrogen atom, there are 5 valence electrons and here there are only 4 electrons. It means 1 electron is less. So formal charge will be +1 over the nitrogen. In the similar fashion, we can assign the formal charge over the oxygen. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electron and 1 electron from this chemical bond. It means how many electrons becomes? It becomes 7. Now in the neutral oxygen atom, there are 6 electrons and here it is having the 7 electron. It means 1 electron is more, so it will have -1 formal charge. Similarly, this will also have -1, and above we can see 2 electron, 2 electron, 4 electron, and 2 from down 6 electron. And the neutral oxygen atom also there are 6 electrons, so here it will not have any formal charge. So nitrogen is having +1, this oxygen -1, and this oxygen -1. Now to check whether you have assigned the formal charge correctly or not, we know that the sum of formal charges on all the atoms is equal to the total charge on the species. So -1 over oxygen, +1 over nitrogen, and -1 over this oxygen. So it becomes -1, and which is equal to the total charge on NO3 minus, right? Let us assign formal charge in case of sulfate. I'm sorry. So let us assign formal charge over here. So here, let us assign formal charge over the sulfur. One electron from up, one from here, one from here, and one from here. So sulfur is having 4 electrons. But in the neutral sulfur atom, there are 6 valence electrons. So 2 electrons are less over here. So it will be plus 2, right? Then on the oxygen, 2 to 4 to 6, and 1 from here, 7. It means 1 electron is more. So minus 1. Here also minus 1. Here also minus 1. And here also minus 1. Let us see what is sum of all the formal charges. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and then plus 2. It is coming out to be minus 2, and which is equal to the charge on SO4 2 minus. Charge on SO4 2 minus. Okay. Now, if your central atom belong to the first period or second period, then your Lewis dot structure is complete. If your central atom belongs to the first period or second period, then your Lewis dot structure is complete at this step itself. So here we can see that nitrogen belonging to the second period. So this is your final Lewis dot structure for the NO3 minus. But if your central atom belong to the third period or beyond, then there is one more step. What is that step? Let us see. Now that step you have to apply only if your central atom belongs to the third period or beyond. If the central atom is belonging to the first period or second period, then your Lewis dot structure get completed at the sixth step itself. Okay, so the seventh step which I am going to write, it is applicable only and only if the central atom belong to the third period or beyond. If it is belonging to the first period or second period, then it will not be applicable. Okay, so what is that seventh step? First write down applicable only if central atom belong to third period or beyond. Third period or beyond. Okay, so what is that? That minimize the formal charge over the central atom by converting the lone pair present on terminal atoms into double or triple bond. For example, let us see in case of sulfate. Sulfate belongs to the third period. So this step will be applicable over here. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and plus 2. Now here sulfur is having plus 2 formal charge. So we have to minimize this formal charge, or we have to completely eradicate this positive charge. Now if I convert two lone pairs on the two oxygen atom into double bond, then this positive charge will be gone. double bond O, double bond O, and O and O. Now we can see this will be having -1 formal charge, this will be having -1, and now 2 electron from here, 2 electron from here, 1 from here, and 1 from here. So sulfur is having 6 electron, and in the neutral sulfur atom also there are 6 electrons. So now it is having no formal charge, and also the formal charge on these two oxygen also got minimized, or there is no formal charge on these oxygen atoms. So now this is the final Lewis-George structure of SO4 2 minus. So by just following these 7 simple steps, you can draw the Lewis-George structure of any species. Okay. So thank you very much. We'll end here.